Like, share, subscribe. Shouts out to the Lions Den community. And don't y'all forget to subscribe to the podcast. Show link will be pinned in the top of the chat.
Just name the channel who could bang with us. I'll prove that you are smoking dust. GTV Media is top notch in this game, y'all. You failures only have yourself to blame, y'all. Ticket TV and a weapons make you suckers cry. Why don't you close your channel, crawl into a hole and die? Shout out to those who love our movement, no, we'll never flop until you get your mouth off LGBT. We are the underground out the job. We built this whole thing by ourselves, look in y'all. Independence start with self-preservation. If you can't take care of self, then how can you build a nation, y'all? Yup, we got that merch for the ladies and yes, we even got that merch for the babies and we got appliances and everything that you will need. We got some banging songs that make anemic haters bleed.
All right, you guys. Y'all press 2 if y'all can hear me, man. Salute to everybody tapped in, man. Like, share, subscribe as y'all come in here, man. And, man, I got an update for y'all, bro. And I talked about some of this stuff a couple days ago. And I want to tell you, DJ Vlad, you are a jewel. You understand? In this situation only, sir. Because your ass have started something, on your channel, I should say. A video that was put out in an interview with Roger Bonds, Diddy's former bodyguard. Roger Bonds confirmed a lot of things that's going on in this Diddy trial. Now, first of all, let me explain something to everybody, because I think everybody's missing the point on something. They have counts 2, 3, 4, and 5 in, right? Let me repeat myself again. They have count 2 through 5 in, all right? Diddy's facing 5 counts. So they have 2, 3, 4, and 5 already decided. Here's what people don't understand. People are running around social media saying, but that means they can't have the Rico, because if they had the Rico, they would have had already the 2. No, jabroni, that's not how it works. The Rico is its own individual charge. Let me give y'all an example. I want to explain this to people because people ain't got no brains. In the Rico, he has been charged with prostitution, transportation, with sex trafficking, right? On both women, both counts, right? The other charges are outside of the Rico. What do you mean, Ticket? What are you talking about? I thought they had to have 2. No, you jabroni. Diddy can still be found guilty for both counts of sex trafficking and both counts of transportation of prostitution, and still be found not guilty officially for the Rico if the jury wants. Here's the thing. When they ask about the Rico and all the predicate acts underneath the Rico, right? I want y'all to listen to this. They're asking you, do you think that in order to commit those crimes, that they involved a racketeering enterprise? A racketeering enterprise, right? So that's different from Diddy's sex trafficking charges and his transportation of prostitution charges. Those are, so you can think Diddy's guilty of sex trafficking, but didn't use a Rico to do it. You can think, hey man, I don't believe there was no Rico organization to do this. Duh! Same thing with the transportation of prostitution, right? I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. And this is, hey, you can get mad at me all you want, I'm right? The thing is that they have charged him with that inside of the Rico as well, right? So the Rico are predicate acts All these things, for example, let me give y'all an example. The kidnapping. Well, the feds have to prove that Diddy used a racketeering organization in order to commit the kidnapping. Let me give you an example. If anybody in the jury believes that Diddy, maybe he sex trafficked these women, but I don't believe he used a racketeering organization to do it, he can still be found guilty of the sex trafficking on the individual charges and not be found guilty under the Rico. Oh my God, bro. These people don't have no brains whatsoever, bro. So what you do is you take the both, like I said, charges and you separate it. That's why I told y'all this. And I heard some dudes say, hey, the worst charges now is the sex trafficking. For Diddy, it's not. For Diddy, the worst charges are the Rico. Let me tell y'all why. For Sean, and I've been saying this the whole time, y'all got to understand this. The reason why Diddy did not take a plea deal is because if he took a plea deal, he would lose all of his assets because he would in turn be admitting guilt on the Rico charge. If Diddy is found guilty of the racketeering, that instantly he loses everything. That's the money, that is the cars, that is the homes, he loses everything that's been listed under his indictment that was used in any way, shape, or form. Companies, bad boy, all that shit. Diddy does not want to lose that. Listen to what I'm saying to y'all. So that's why there was no chance he was gonna take a plea deal. Because if Diddy took a plea deal, he would have to admit guilt to the racketeering conspiracy and forfeit all of his assets. Diddy probably felt like I can do some time. I can do 10, 15, but I can't give you all my shit because Diddy knows he has a family. He knows he has a mother and all these other people who depend on. So let me make this clear for y'all. If the feds were to come take everything from Diddy tomorrow, if he loses the Rico, his family loses everything. They lose everything. All of the people that he was, they lose everything. The feds come take everything. So that is the reason why. Now, when you look at these counts, the prostitution, when you're looking at the Rico, you have to look at its own count. It doesn't go with the sex trafficking count. And here's the thing. People don't understand this. The Rico, they have to prove these two acts were used by a racketeering conspiracy within a 10-year period, right? For it to be Rico. So in a Rico also, like I told y'all, they have to believe that he had a racketeering enterprise, a few people who conspired to do all these things, right? So check it out. Let me make this clear for y'all. So even though I believe that the feds proved that he did have an enterprise because they had all those people testify, right? Somebody on the jury might not believe. So they may believe, yeah, I believe he sex trafficked Cassie, but for his own personal good, not through a racketeering enterprise. Okay, cool. You find him guilty on the sex trafficking individual charge, where Diddy still screwed, he facing life, 15 years of life on each charge. Then, let me say that again, the transportation of prostitution, they can find him guilty on both charges, right? But the Rico, they have to prove that he did those things under a racketeering organization in order to prove the Rico charge. So let me give y'all an example, right? So with R. Kelly, they proved that R. Kelly used a racketeering organization to commit his crimes. They showed that R. Kelly had people that was working for him that helped him commit crimes, right? That's why R. Kelly got found guilty of the racketeering conspiracy, right? Go back and look at R. Kelly's case so you guys can understand, all right? So they could have damn well found Diddy guilty on all the other charges, which is why people saying Diddy running around there looking like he don't lost his whole shit, because he already know the judge finna hit his ass with the whammer. That's why I keep telling you, all these bums on YouTube running around here talking about something. Yeah, man, Diddy gonna walk out in 5 years. So you niggas on nuts? The niggas facing a minimum of 15 years on the sex trafficking charges. They hit the nigga with the Special Sentencing Act. Asshole light for the sex trafficking. He got hit with a Special Sentencing Act, which means he faces no less than 15 years. Individually, not for the Rico, only individually. The only reason why the Rico is important, y'all, is because if they can get him, if they can prove that he had a racketeering enterprise and he used that to commit these crimes, now, see, they can believe, you can believe two things at the same time. They can believe that Diddy sex trafficked Cassie, but they can also believe that Diddy did not use a racketeering organization to do it. I want y'all to think about what I just said. I want y'all to think, so they can think that, okay, yeah, Diddy sex trafficked her, but he did it on his own. I'm gonna tell y'all why they would be inclined to feel that way in some way, shapes, or forms. Because when you saw Diddy and Cassie in the video, they were by themselves. Sometimes seeing is believing for some of these people, right? Those messages, point blank period, it shows y'all. Now, here's the thing. I'm gonna tell y'all this. He's in trouble because it's hard to convince people when they think you're not guilty. I mean, when they think you're guilty, to change to not guilty. That's hard to convince people. But it seems as if Diddy have more people who feel like he is toast. And that is gonna be easier. So my thoughts on the situation is that tomorrow, these people are either gonna give him a full guilty verdict because they're gonna talk to the other people and they're gonna have a come to Jesus moment, or this is what's gonna happen. Diddy's gonna get found guilty on the other charges, and he's gonna have a hung jury on the Rico. What's gonna happen with a hung jury on the Rico? The Rico is his own individual charge, right? The Rico is her own individual charge. You know what happens with the Rico? That means he doubles back and they got to go do that trial again just for the Rico. Now, Diddy's lawyers on the Rico, they really don't want to have to go through that again but they kind of do. They don't want you to think they do, but in my opinion, they kind of would. And the reason why I say this is because they're going to get more money. If Diddy has to go through a retrial on the Rico, them lawyers will get more money. They don't care about what it is anyways. And so his assets won't be taken away right now, versus if they found him guilty on the Rico and not on some of the other charges and he ain't got no money, right? So I believe that his lawyers, I believe that some of them might want a retrial so they can get more cheese, be on the clock longer. Because what's going to happen is the feds are going 100%, they're going for a retrial if there's a mistrial on the racketeering. So Diddy can be found guilty of all the other charges, have to do that prison time, and wait to come back and do an individual Rico court trial again, right? That's why I keep trying to tell y'all don't understand how it makes sense. So here's the thing right here, bro. All right. They also know that if you give the feds another year, bro, that's too much time to get the feds to investigate this nigga. They're going to come with way more evidence, bro. And not only that, let me say this to y'all. Not only are they going to come with way more evidence on the second time around, guess what, y'all? I told y'all this earlier. Diddy's case is different from everybody, from most other people's who have witnesses that testify against them that didn't take plea deals. Let me give y'all an example. Harvey Weinstein just went, and this is why y'all need to be watching the other videos I do. When I talk about Harvey Weinstein and other people, y'all need to watch these videos so y'all can understand, because there's other cases that's going on like this that make this easier to understand. Harvey Weinstein, right? He has victims in his case who testified against him. But these victims were not co-defendants. Diddy's victims were co-defendants because they aided and abetted Diddy in committing crimes. So they took plea deals. They took immunity, right? So here's the thing. In Harvey Weinstein's case, once there was a hung jury on one of the charges, so Harvey Weinstein was found guilty on his main charge. The second charge, I believe he was found not guilty. And the third charge, it was a hung jury, right? So he's already guilty on the first charge. Whatever that first charge is, the judge gonna give him his time for that. And then he gonna have to do that time regardless. And then the other charge he got acquitted for, okay, that's off the books. But then that other charge that they had a hung jury on, guess what, y'all? Here's the difference with Diddy's case and Harvey Weinstein and normal people's cases that have witnesses, right? Normally, if you have witnesses like Harvey Weinstein had victims, people who said that he abused them, that came and testified against him in court, right? A lot of these people don't want to go back through that again. Let me repeat myself again. A lot of people don't want to have to wait another year, come back to court, go through that shit all over again. They don't want to do that. So what do, y'all? They say, nah, man, I don't want to go back. And then the feds will have to decide whether or not they want to urge them to come back or not. In Harvey Weinstein's case, the girl said, yeah, I want to come back because I want that nigga in prison about Harvey Weinstein, right? So they immediately, the same day, the feds told the court in Harvey Weinstein's case, hey, we running this shit back. So now Harvey Weinstein got to have another trial for that one charge he had a hung jury on. So they got to get a whole new jury. He got to have a whole new trial and have to do it again for that one charge because the girl said, yeah, she want to come back and testify again. Now, this situation in Diddy's case is horrific for Sean Diddy Combs. And I'm going to tell y'all why. Diddy's case, they have victims who testified against Diddy. But most of these victims that testified against Diddy, they got what we call immunity. When you get immunity, that means your behind belongs to the federal government. That means you don't have a choice. That means the feds can say, hey, we're running this back. Bring y'all asses back in here. You got to get on the stand and do it again. It's the same thing that once Diddy gets found guilty for the Rico, and they go and they unseal all the co-defendants, because this is what I believe is going to happen. We'll see. This is what I believe is going to happen. I believe once Diddy's found guilty of the Rico, I believe instantly, after court is over with, the feds are instantly going to go arrest all those other people that you heard about in the case and charge them with racketeering. Instantly, they're going to go start swooping all these people up. They probably got them people on surveillance right now. And what happens is everyone who testified and said their names in this trial and linked them to this case, because most of these people took immunity deals, they will be forced to testify in every other person's case to their role. So all the other people who will get charged, whoever took immunity in Diddy's case, will have to go back to those cases and testify, and they won't have a choice. Because if they don't, then they'll be prosecuted and they'll lose their immunity agreement. That's how it works. So if Diddy gets a hung jury, guess what? Nothing changes. The government controls everything because they can tell all of them, y'all got to come back. Y'all signed an immunity agreement. We owe y'all. We own y'all. So bring y'all ass back in here, right? That's how it works. That's how immunity agreements and plea deals work. You belong to the government. You are a government snitch forever. That's what people got to understand. I think a lot of people don't understand. Now, Diddy is in major trouble because not only did lying ass Sister Gina, Sister Gina, come out here capping her ass off today, and everybody called her out on her cap. Absolutely disgusting behavior by Sister Gina. Couldn't be found the whole trial. People worried about that girl talking about she missing. All of a sudden, TMZ find her outside the grocery store. They find her outside of Verizon and a plaza when the jury is doing their deliberations. But they couldn't find her during the trial to get her ass on that stand and testify for Sean Diddy Combs. But she gonna talk about, I don't think he's dangerous. He's never did anything dangerous to me. You the same girl that 6 years ago was on Tasha K saying he stumped a mud hole in your ass and walked your track. But ladies and gentlemen, that's not even the worst that happened to Sean Diddy Combs. Oh my God. Gene Deal, man. Oh my God, bro. You talking about raise the bar and set the standard, man. Big Gene Deal, who a lot of people disrespected, man. And DJ Vladimir, boy, I know Diddy can't be happy with you. You don't did a whole interview with Roger Bonds, his other former bodyguard, calling him a piece of shit, going in on him, basically confirming everything Cassie said, all of this. And he also revealed racketeering activity because he told you that Diddy ordered him and the other security guard to assault Gene Deal because Gene Deal was in the streets saying all these things that people tried to say he only said on YouTube, but he was saying this shit in the streets in Harlem about Diddy and his tendencies and how he was beating up women and all of these things that he was hearing about Sean Diddy Combs and how he was acting, right? How he was treating people, right? Man, Gene Deal today, y'all. And big shout to Gene, man. They going in on Gene, man, but big shout to Gene, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck what nobody say, man. Like, you obviously can see the man wants to stand up for what's right, bro. The man, and see, this is how y'all know people didn't really have no love for Big and them people like that, because you can see the passion coming from Gene, bro. The man damn near broke down in the tears, y'all. He damn near broke down in the tears, bro. And I want y'all to hear what he said on the Brother Art of Dialogue today. Lord have mercy, y'all.
I can't forget this. I can't forget this. I will not forget this, bro. Because, see, if y'all not from the streets of Harlem, or y'all don't know my story, y'all won't understand why I went so hard at dude. Yes, it's because of D-Bird. Yes, it's because of Wolf Mother. Yes, it's because some of the shit that I know behind the scenes. But it came to life. Thank you, Roger Bond, for putting it out there. It came to life for y'all. It came to life for y'all that this dude wanted me dead way before I came to YouTube. Because I was having meetings with serious dudes in the streets. And he refused to sit down. So what did he do? He tell his security team. He didn't tell the NYPD officers. He didn't tell the Department of Correction officers. He didn't tell none of the parole officers or anybody he had to work with that was officers. He told street dudes that did dirt in the street. When y'all see Gene, y'all do him dirty. Y'all beat him up. He ain't tell him to beat me up. I look like getting beat up. What a grown man look like? Somebody smacking him around and hitting him and all this shit like that. I ain't taking no ass whooping. I ain't took an ass whooping since the doctor spanked me on my fucking ass. I ain't took an ass whooping since my mama and my daddy. When they stopped taking it, I guess I'm got amnesia. I don't know what an ass whooping look like or feel like. What do you look like telling somebody to whoop my ass? He didn't tell him that. He wanted me in the dirt and was trying to rock me to sleep. He knew where I was at. Everybody knew on Fridays or Saturday nights, Sunday nights, you could catch me at Sue's Rendezvous in front of the door. Uncle Paulie seen him plenty of times up there. Everybody knew I ran and took care around with K. Slade. Puff came to the Kingdom basketball tournament. I ran in security there. Send me a wad of money like this. Paul came on and said, yo, Gene, Puff wants you to have this, man. He said, give the security something, you take the rest. I said, man, take that shit the fuck up out of here. You can't give me a dime for that nigga. I know Paul cuffed that shit. Don't care. Me and Jewel was in Sin City, one of the top strip clubs in the Bronx. He sent 5 bottles of champagne over to my table. I looked at Jewel. He's the CEO of Selling Magazine. I said, nigga, you balling. Yeah. He was like, I thought you bought that. I ain't bought. Yo, waitress. Yo. I ain't. Oh, Puff sent this over to your table, Gene. I said, send that shit back. Jewel said, I'm drinking that shit and start popping and passing it to dudes around there. I left from the area and got my own table. You're not rocking me to sleep. You never rock me to sleep. Though I work for you, you wasn't doing no dirty shit. That's why my days was with you when you had your kids. Because you knew you couldn't do that dirty shit around me. And that's a good judgment on your behalf. Roger Barnes got on that show and said, he said, yo, we seen Gene plenty of times. But we knew Puff was a piece of shit. And we had to live in Harlem. That's because we know the same people. When Roger Barnes talk to people about me, they're going to say, Gina's stand-up dude. Gene was all right, bruh. If you do something to Gene, you're going to have to deal with Chad. You're going to have to deal with Slick. You're going to have to deal with Age people. You're going to have to deal with a whole lot of people that love that nigga. And that's the politics of Harlem. Roger Barnes know the politics of Harlem. So you have a homo cats out there right now that's talking all that shit. Nigga, Gene paid his dues. Because I came here and talked about the character of this dude who wanted me dead. I been knew that. He ain't saying nothing I didn't know. Y'all could find somebody else to play with. That goes to show you what kind of dude this is. Instead of coming to the table to say fucking Big and Tupac, he said, fuck it. This is what kind of character that y'all out here saying that y'all standing up for. People are still alive. Eric B, Big D, Suge Knight. They was gonna squash this East Coast, West Coast before Pac, before fucking Big was dead. He wouldn't even send a representative to the table. Not a table that he ate off of. The table that he got his millions from is having his ass for dessert. No Diddy.
Damn. Man. Big Gene. Oh my God, bro. And see, everybody talking about free Diddy. But all these people got short-term memories, man. They forgot a lot of things, bro. And it's just sad, man. You know what I'm saying? I told you guys, You had Sister Gina. She brought her ass out all of a sudden. She ain't take her ass down to that courthouse though. But she gonna talk about something Diddy ain't no danger. If he ain't no danger, why you ain't take your ass down to that courthouse and say it? Why you didn't get your ass on that stand and say it under oath, under the penalty of perjury, Sister Gina? Sister Gina, if you believe, Sister Gina, that Sean Diddy Combs is not a threat, Sister Gina, to anybody, if you believe that he's not a dangerous man, even though you said that Diddy mind played and manipulated you and used you because you were young, you said that, Gina, with your capping ass. With your capping ass. And you gave statements to the feds, Sister Gina. But now you want everybody to believe that all of a sudden it's all good. Sister Gina, I hope you got all your chips. Because if they find that man not guilty of that Rico, the party stops. And it ain't gonna be no, now I'm number one. You was never gonna be number one. He was never gonna walk down the aisle with you, Gina. He was never gonna marry you, Gina. Sister Gina, he was never gonna say, I do, Sister Gina. Nah, Sister Gina. That ain't how it works. You said that Diddy played you against Cassie, Sister Gina. You said that Diddy told you that Cassie was the good one and you were the bad one. You said that Diddy forced you to get an abortion and forced you to drink alcohol, forcing you to get an abortion. You said you told Diddy no, that you were ovulating and you didn't want to do anything, and Diddy still did what he wanted to do with you, Sister Gina. You forgot. You should have never took your ass over there on Tasha K and said it, because now it's in the record books and ain't nobody forget it. Sister Gina, we don't forget nothing.
Ran into him again in Miami, February 14th, 2014. So that's when we like officially met, I guess.
And what was that encounter like? When you met him and like you remember him, but he didn't remember you, of course.
He came. When I came, he was like, "You not happy to see me?
Oh,
You at Diddy's house. That mean you made it."
The cockiness.
Yeah.
Okay, Diddy.
I was like, but yeah, that's.
And how old were you at the time?
I was 20, 21.
21.
Or 22.
Okay. And you're how old now?
I'm 27.
Okay.
Maybe 22.
So a long time.
Yeah.
These dates are crossing over. We'll get into that in a second, okay? We're going to get messy in a second, all right?
I know he was older than me, but I've always hung out with older people in general, so it didn't make me... Yeah, it didn't bother me.
Okay. Now, from that time of you meeting him and you give him your number, how long did it take before you guys actually made it official? Well, you made it official, but he was off, of course, doing other things, the way these dates are kind of...
We never, okay, let's be official. We never, ever had that conversation. We just kind of knew, we just felt like we're together.
Okay.
This fool got all these chicks brainwashed. This fool got all these chicks brainwashed. Y'all don't see this. This is mind control like a mofo. All these chicks. And look at all of them. All of them got the same type of look. Right? Look at all of them. Sister Gina, Cassie, the list goes on. Diddy wasn't running that shit on them sisters like that. Not like that. Nah, I don't think he could. Not on too many sisters. Nah. Right? Gotta get these young little tenderonis. But let's keep going, y'all.
Same year.
The same year.
Okay. And you mind telling me what happened with that pregnancy?
I told him, and he was like, "You're gonna get an abortion, right?" And then I was like, "I don't know. Uh, I don't know yet." And then he offered me 50,000 to get rid of it, but
Money, bribery. This is all he been doing. These ladies been telling y'all this for years. You ain't even need a court of law to tell y'all this. You ain't even need a court of law. He love you, but he got to pay you 50 G's to make you take that baby out of your stomach. Make it make sense, Sister Gina. But you gonna talk about today. He's not dangerous. I'm not afraid of him. You a goddamn lie, Sister Gina.
I turned it down because I just loved him, and
All these chicks love this nigga. These chicks did not love Diddy. They love the money. They love the lifestyle. She turned down 50,000. Why? Because the long game wasn't gonna add up to the short game. All these chicks, like I want to be Diddy's number one. These chicks are out of their damn mind. Imagine competing with 10 other chicks for itty bitty Diddy. Imagine that shit. And you sitting up here like Boo Boo the fool. Yeah, I think he loved me. Yeah, he loved me. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, he kicked my ass. Oh yeah, he stumped me. He stumped a mud hole in my. Yeah, he stumped me in my ass. Oh yeah, he stumped on my. Oh yeah, he kicked my ass. Now, cause see, I thought he was whooping on my ass because I thought that he loved me. Cause when he kicked my ass, he was telling me I love you while he was kicking on my ass. That's why I thought he loved me.
I was like trying to prove that I wasn't the girl that wanted him for money.
Okay.
I just care about him, and I just wanted him to be nice to me. That's it. I was like, I don't want your money. I just want you to.
All them girls say the same thing. Man, I just wanted Diddy to be nice to me. All these women sacrifice their integrity just to try to make Diddy be nice to him. When that nigga is incapable of doing that. Incapable. That's mind control like a mofo. There ain't no other question about it. No other question about it.
Nice to me,
whether you decide to keep the baby or not.
And let me say this to all of y'all. This is why I said what I said yesterday. It is important, parents, that you get a hold of your children. If you have I'm going to tell y'all right now, everybody that's in this comment section listening to my voice tonight, if you have a daughter that's 11, 12, 13 years old, 14 years old, 15 years old, get your hand around your daughter and you get control of her life early. So she don't get out here in this world and get manipulated by these demons. Because I'm going to tell you something. It started at home with the parents. If the parents is not doing their job, and on top of this shit, this is the type of stuff that ends up happening, man. You cannot allow your daughter to leave the house uneducated on this type of shit. I am telling y'all that. And that is a fact to everybody listening to the sound of my voice. And we should have over 4,000 likes in this damn video because they ain't doing but telling the whole truth. You get a hold of your daughters right now and you let them know that type of shit is unacceptable, man. You're going to walk around here with some self-respect, some dignity, some class, and you're not going to walk around here like you ain't worth nothing. You got to put yourself in a competition. Imagine a woman of class feeling like she got to put herself in competition with all these other women just for some attention from a dusty ass nigga. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. And that's why it's important that these parents be able to co-parent together, work together, and give your children the love and the nourishment that they need so they will be able to navigate and survive in this dirty, filthy world in society. I'm telling y'all this, man, because it's so easy for people's daughters to get off track. It's so easy for people's daughters to get around the round crowd, be manipulated, and become what they call 304s. It's so easy. You have one goal in life. And a comedian said this, that's keep your daughter off that pole, nigga. You keep your daughter from self-humiliation, from picking the wrong niggas. And I really mean that shit too. Everybody that's listening to this video, it is a disgrace to hear how these women have no self-value. And in the end, they all gonna be called hoes. It's sad. And she said, Diddy used to, I want y'all to show y'all where this girl had no mental capacity. She said Diddy used to call her a hoe all the time. And she stayed with this nigga. He called you a hoe all the time because he didn't respect you. He thought you was a hoe. And that was your purpose. And you sitting around here with your iPhone, your BMW, feeling like you important. But you look stupid as hell. And it's sad.
So would it be fair to say that he was an asshole about it? I mean, offering somebody $50,000 to abort a baby, whew, he must really want it gone bad.
I mean, in the beginning, like the first 3.5 years, he was, like the first 4 months, he was really nice. But then after that, he started being an asshole. So like I say, like the first 3.5 years, he was like mean to me.
So when you say mean, describe it.
He was abusive. He was like always belittling me and always like, he was like mentally, emotionally, and physically abusing me.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
It's not the first time we've heard that.
Mm-hmm.
There was an incident, of course, with Cassie, where reporters are saying that the police were called because they got into an altercation. I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. Tell me some of the things that he would say to you.
He would always compare me to Cassie and tell me that I'm the bad one and she's a good one.
He was with both of you guys at the same time.
Yeah. And at one point, like I was breaking out really bad with acne, and he would be like, he said this a few times to me. He's like, baby, why don't you go see a doctor or something? I don't date women with bumps on their face.
Oh.
Yeah, he would say that to me.
Take a drink. We have so he would like call me names like he would call me a hoe every single day. A hoe?
Yeah.
Why would he call you? Not that he had a reason, but like in his mind, what do you think prompted him to call you a hoe?
And y'all know what? These chump ass niggas running around YouTube talking about free Diddy. But Diddy would have did their daughters the same way. If I want everybody in this comment section that's listening to my video, everybody that's in this comment section, I want y'all to say yes or no in the comment section right now. Would you let Sean Diddy Combs date your daughter? Yes or no? Would you let Sean John Combs date your daughter? Yes or no? This girl said that this man called her a hoe every single day. Now, all these niggas run around here and chicks that's running around here on YouTube that's saying free Diddy. Would they let their daughters date Diddy? Would they let their daughters date Diddy? Would you let your daughter date Diddy? Come on now.
Now that I think about it, I think.
Oh, okay. Hold on. We're getting to use some tissue.
I think he did it because he wanted me to feel low about myself, like, so that I stick around him, because like no one would. I don't know. I just feel like he'd try to use. I was naive and young when I met him, so I feel like he tried to take advantage of that and
Coercion. How many people would the jury have needed to hear say the same goddamn story before they believe this shit? How many people? Right? How many people? Ask yourselves this question. All the same MO. All of them look like Gina. All of them got boob jobs. I'm keeping it real with y'all. Same MO. All of them mentally manipulated, coerced, all these different things. Beat on. Same strategy for every chick. That's why when I look at it, you gotta look at a person's morals and their ethics. Because if you gotta do all this to get a girl, bro, nigga, you ain't that nigga. I'm sorry, bro. If I gotta do all this to get a woman or keep a woman, I ain't that nigga. You should not be a celebrity and have to go through all of this to keep a woman wanting to show you love. That don't make no sense to me, bro. That's the reason why I despise Diddy. Because, nigga, you have everything. You have no reason to have to do this type of shit. But you do it because you can.
Manipulate me, make me feel low about myself.
Now let's talk about the physical abuse. If you're okay, are you okay with that? Okay. So obviously you terminated baby one because you loved him. How long after you guys started dating is when did the physical abuse start?
The first time it ever happened, which was not even like that long into the relationship, because I met him in February, and then it was probably like the beginning of May, because we were at Meek's Mill's birthday.
Okay.
He had like a mansion party, and we went, but while we were there, I was sitting here, and then Puff, and then Meek, but I was like covered with like a stand or something, like probably says like "Happy Birthday, Meek" or something like that, but it's like a little stand that like was covering me, because there was like a lot of cameras and stuff there. So it was like me, Puff, and Meek. Puff had like leaned forward to like talk to somebody, say hi or whatever. And so I turned over to Meek and I said, "Happy birthday." He put his hand out and then he was like, "Thank you." So I reached his hand and shook it. And as I shook Meek's hand, he turned around and saw it and he got so mad.
Wow.
And then we probably like stayed like 20 minutes after that happened. And then when we got in the car, he like grabbed my hair. We were in the one of those Escalade trucks.
Okay.
So I was sitting on this side, he was on the other side, and he like grabbed my hair and like cussed me out for doing that. He's like, "Why the fuck can I cuss?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Why the fuck you like you shaking his hand for like just.
So it was
like
just
I was
like a jealous rage.
Yeah, I was like, I was just saying happy birthday, nothing else. I think he thought I was trying to be sneaky behind his back because I like reached over when he like leaned forward to talk to somebody else. So he thought I was trying to be sneaky.
And you were how old at this time?
I was 22 probably.
Wow. Okay.
And then he did this. So King Los was sitting in the back.
Okay.
And then when we got to the hotel, it got even worse. And he took one of my heels and tried to throw it at me, and then he like mushed my face and like really hard and made my nose bleed.
Wow.
And the only person that every time me and he like we get into like fights like that, the only person that ever helped me was D-Rock. Everyone else just kind of just allowed it to happen and just like looked the other way.
Same thing these dudes are doing on these YouTube streets. Same shit, just a different situation. They watching this shit go down and just turn their head and walking the other way like, nah. Niggas ain't got no morals, man. This shit's sad, bro. How can't you have no fucking ethics as a man, my nigga? Like, you see this shit, bro. Like, nigga can't even speak to say, hey, man, that shit out of pocket, my nigga. Like, what the fuck is you doing, bro? That shit out of pocket, nigga. Like any real man, my nigga. Any just real man, nigga. Nigga, Diddy, what the fuck you doing, bro? That shit out of pocket, nigga. Calm your stupid ass down, nigga. But these niggas like, nah, nigga, free Diddy, nigga. Come on, man. She a hoe, nigga. Come on, man. Y'all niggas crazy, man. And y'all niggas got a one-way ticket straight to hell. You got a one-way ticket straight to hell. You are a aider and a better. Because I always was taught in life, if you ain't a part of the goddamn solution, your sorry, no good, trifling bitch ass is a part of the problem. This woman said people walk away watching this nigga whooping on her ass. Just walked away. That's crazy to me, man. We ain't got no protection no more. But what goes around comes around, because sometimes that could be your daughter in that situation and you might not be there. And you might cry, screaming, why nobody stepped up to help your daughter when all these people watching your daughter get her ass whooped. And the only thing you can do is go back and look at yourself when you were in that position and you had a chance to step in and help somebody and you didn't. So sad, man. So truly sad. Truly sad.
Entourage were, I guess, enablers.
His staff.
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
And they wouldn't say anything. They would just watch him.
Not watch it, but kind of just walk away and just leave us alone. And not really step in to stop.
Wow. Now.
That's crazy, man. But that's the type of stuff that I tell y'all, everybody watching these videos that we put out, this is being normalized now. Y'all got to understand the world we live in, they normalizing this stuff, y'all. So people don't think that these are violations. You know what I mean? They don't really believe that. They don't believe that these things that we are speaking about are true violations. So when you don't believe that, and when you don't believe that these things are true violations, then people act certain ways. And they react certain ways. Some people are so used to this. Like I said, they're so used to watching beatings. Women get beat. People get violated. They don't care. They just don't care, bro. This shit is sad, man. It's sad, man. People are numb to this type of stuff in the world we live in. A lot of people don't even want to listen to this right now. They don't want to listen to the truth. They don't want to ignore the truth. Right? They're locked in this demon world, man. All I'm saying is this, bro. You ain't got to control a person's relationship, nothing like that. When you see a nigga doing this type of shit, bro, and that's supposed to be your homie, bro, how you can't stop this nigga, though? How you can't be like, yo, man, what's up with y'all, man? What is y'all doing? Like, bro, what you doing, dog? You trying to ruin everything in your life? Nobody was willing. And it shows y'all either the power, control that this man had, that nobody had enough balls to step to and be like, man, hey, bro, cut this shit out, man. That's sad, man.
Yeah. So could you explain to me how this came to be and what made you stay even though he was with Cassie? What was he telling you?
When I first met Puff, I did not find him. I didn't like him like that.
Okay.
Money. There you go right there. When I first met Puff, I didn't like him like that. These chicks, I told y'all this. Who y'all got blame this on? You blame it on Diddy. Diddy is the one who allowed these chicks in his life. Everybody want to talk about the chicks as hoes and they money grubbing bitches and all this other shit. That's Diddy's fault. Diddy the one paying their rent. Diddy the one giving these chicks stipends. Diddy the one that's allowing these chicks to be in his presence. This woman straight up said, when I met Diddy, I ain't even like him. Bye. So you only care about the money, Lebowski. So your morals, your ethics, this is the same thing with a lot of niggas that be around Diddy. They might not even really fuck with Diddy. Like, man, nigga, piece of shit. But you hang around them because they got money, they got status, and they got pull. I'm sorry, ain't how I roll. If I rock with you, it's because you're a good person, you got a good heart, man. I respect that about you, my nigga. Hey, you ain't gotta have no money. It could be a person with no money in the street, broke person. If they got a good soul, I'm fucking with you. I'm rocking with you. I'm not looking at nobody different. I don't care if you riding a Lambo, if you riding a hoopty. You riding a hoopty, I respect your hustle. And I'm going to show you the same love as I'm going to show a dude that's riding a Lambo. In our world, we treat people different based off their money, based off their status. That's messed up, bro. And we will treat people like shit who don't have nothing. Imagine how many people ride by people every day who are poor and treat them like shit. Act like they can't even. Let me tell y'all something. Everybody's listening to this video. I'm going to tell y'all something right now. I'm going to tell y'all something right now. Everybody that's listening to this video. The other night, I went to go to a little burger spot to give me a sandwich, right? It was a few people that was sitting at this burger spot, right? Almost like a Checkers type of spot, right? So there's a few people that was sitting at this spot, right? And a poor dude came up. Like, he was dirty, poor, everything, right? And he came up, walked up, like, you know what I'm saying? Just walked up to where everybody was sitting and eating. And people started looking at him like, yo, you ain't even supposed to be around here. What you doing? I looks at dude, and I peep everybody else. I peep the whole scenery. I'm looking at how everybody looking at this dude like, yo, you out of place. What you doing over here? He wasn't bothering nobody. He was just looking like he was hungry and shit like that, right? I looked at dude, right? I'm like, yo, wait right there, dog. I tell the waitress, because they had already just ordered my food, right? And y'all know me, I got 2 strawberry smoothies too. So I told the waitress, I'm like, hey, get him this sandwich, just that and the third, some fries and a drink, right? So I told dude, I'm like, yo, come sit down, bro. You finna eat. You gonna eat with me. They looking at this nigga crazy like he ain't shit because I don't told this nigga to come sit over there on the stool beside me because it's like stool benches that you can sit at, and there's a big bar table that goes around, right? So, and it's like outside. So I was like, yo, come sit beside me, dog. You cool? So he comes and sits over there. He feeling like all out of place and shit like that. They looking at him like he ain't shit. I'm like, yo, man, go ahead eat, bro. You can eat with me, bro. And that's how your heart have to be towards people. People will treat people and look down on people just because they don't have what you're blessed to have. That's wrong. That's wrong. And that's the same way these celebrities act towards regular people. That's why I don't understand how all these regular people be out here on their knees for celebrities they don't even know. It's only a few real ones out there. It's only a few real ones that's out there. A lot of these niggas is fake. People get money, act like they don't even never notice you no more. I'm telling y'all this. That's how it go in life. They look at you like you ain't shit. You'll be walking down the street, it'll be a pile of water, they'll roll through the pile of water just so the water will splash on you on the side of the street. Laugh at you and keep it pushing. That's the world we live in, man. And once you start putting these people on pedestals and praising them and exalting them because of their financial status, not because of how they are as a person. Think about this. All these niggas ain't saying free Diddy because they think Diddy's a good person. They're saying free Diddy because of his financial status. They're saying free Diddy because they're running with this fake ass pro-black narrative. They're not even saying free Diddy because they think that he's a good, solid human being. Think about that. They can't say that. It's sad.
But eventually, like, he grew on me because after I met him in Miami, he invited me to All Star, which was like the week after, like
Flashing money in front of you. Status.
Valentine's Day.
Okay.
So I went to All Star.
Talking to the mic.
Oh,
so
sorry.
You know, you're good.
So I went to All Star, and then after that, like, we just kept hanging out, and after only a month, he told me he loved me, and I was like, no, you don't, because I thought that I would, if anything, I thought I would be the first one to feel like that. So I didn't believe him, and then after that, I was like, maybe he does love me. So he like grew on me more and more, and he like would do all these nice things for me, and that is what.
There it is right there. Love bombing. Just like the lady said in the court. And they tried to say she was bullshit. Diddy love bomb these girls, buy them all these gifts. I love you, baby. Get all them gifts for him. Get all these women wrapped up around him. Oh, he loves me. He cares about me. He's buying me all of these things. And nigga stump a mud hole in your ass and walk it dry. This type of shit that's going on. Y'all see this shit right here in living color?
Stuff like that. So like after my abortion, it was after reached out to me.
Oh, she did.
Mm-hmm.
What did she say?
On
Instagram or just
no text?
Okay.
Basically, she just said to just leave him alone.
Okay.
But she reached out to me like a few times after that, and she was never like nasty to me. She didn't call me names or nothing. She was always nice. I don't know if it was fake or not, but she was always nice.
Okay. And so what was your response?
She told me, like, the last time I spoke to her, which was like a couple years ago, she told me, she was like, she called me at like 4 a.m. and was like, hey, I just had a dream and I just wanted to call you and tell you that I don't hate you. I don't have bad blood towards you or anything like that.
Let's talk about the women. Because obviously, like,
it was just only us two, but I don't believe him because I always catch him like texting other girls.
Fraud. He lies to the chicks. Yeah, it's only me and you, baby. It's only me and you.
Like that. So like after my abortion, it was this girl named Jordan. I mean, it was girls before that, but it's like after the abortion, it was just like too much for me to handle, and it was just like Jordan, and then the Jocelyn girl, and then the cat girl, and then just recently Lori Harvey,
Steve Harvey's stepdaughter.
Yeah. We was here in Atlanta for Super Bowl. He invited me to to come, and I did, and we were staying at this house he rented out, and we were having parties the whole weekend, and she had came over, and I noticed that they were gone for like a long time, and I was like looking everywhere for them, asking like everyone if they seen him, and everyone just told him no. But then like I remember like I like turned around and I saw him, and then I looked this way and then I saw her. Like they reappeared together. I mean, separately, but like reappeared at the same time. Because I was looking for her too. At the same time, I was looking for him because I suspected that he like snuck away with her. Mm. And now she's like at family functions, and like he invites her to his events and stuff in Miami, and they were just in Virginia not too long ago.
Wow. Now, I know you had mentioned there was pictures of girls that you found, like naked photos of girls and stuff, like while you guys were together. Mm-hmm.
Like his nanny or whatever, her name was like Nikki. I saw like her sending him pictures of her vagina to his phone, and I asked him, and he was like, "Well, what do you expect? You're fucking with a rock star. Like that's."
Oh yeah, what do you expect? You're fucking with a rock star. Oh, I'm just saying, man. Y'all see it right there. What do you expect? You fucking with a rock star. Get your ass whooped. Everything else that come with it. Oh yeah. Straight up. Cold-blooded demonstration, like Hood say.
That's what he would say to me.
A rock star.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Or superstar, whatever he said.
What about like of any other of the women that you just named?
Oh, and on my birthday, he had shown me a picture of me and him. The first pic that we ever took, and I was like, "You should save that as your screensaver." So he was like, "I don't know how." So I was trying to show him, and I saved the picture to his photo album on his phone, and then I clicked on the photo album to like set it as a screensaver, and I saw a picture of him and Lori, like the same exact pose.
What do you mean?
I mean, the same exact pose that he took with me.
Okay.
And he did the same with Lori.
Were they clothed or not?
No.
They weren't clothed?
No.
Lori Harvey.
I mean, I didn't see the whole body. I just seen like up here. I mean, like up, okay. Like from her chest and up.
And did you ever have any problems with Lori?
No, I don't have any more problems with her.
Or any of the other women? Because I know you said Cassie was, of course, very respectful, but she still wanted you to step back.
Yeah, no, I mean, it makes me angry a little bit, but I know that it's not their fault. So I don't have any, I'm not angry with them.
So she know it's Diddy's fault, but she's still rocking with this nigga. These girls are crazy as hell, man.
When we were here at Super Bowl.
Wow. So does his family know about you? Have you met his family? Have you lived in the houses? Because I know he has a few houses and things like that. So.
No, I never lived in his house, but yeah, I know his whole entire family.
Okay. So the family knew about you and Cassie at the same time?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow. Y'all heard that, right? Y'all heard that, right? Crazy work, bro. Crazy work, bro. Did y'all hear that? She said the whole family knew about her and Cassie at the same time. Bro, that's crazy work. No shame whatsoever.
Okay. Now, did you ever, I guess, feel any sort of anger towards Cassie?
Mm-mm.
Never.
I mean, I felt like a little jealous, like wishing that I could do the things that she get to do with him.
Mm.
You know, like,
and what did you ever
events and
talk
stuff.
to? Did you ever talk to Diddy about that?
Yeah.
And what did he say?
He don't care.
Same thing Jane Doe said. Man, bro, this shit is too easy, man. This shit is too easy, man. This is sad, bro. This is sad, bro. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, man. I'm telling y'all this, bro. And in the end, all these shits get called as 304s and all that type of stuff. This is the reward that they get for moving like this. Straight up. I hope y'all seeing this. Crazy stuff, crazy work.
I just had to play my position.
What type of did he ever talk to you about him and Cassie's relationship?
No, he always spoke highly of Cassie.
He always spoke highly of Cassie. Everybody said Cassie's a piece of shit. She ain't this. Cassie's a demon. Diddy was speaking highly of Cassie. Make it make sense, y'all.
Cassie know about your pregnancy? Do you think?
No one knew until now.
Okay. So the video is out. Everyone obviously knows while watching this interview that you did upload the videos out of spite to actually prove that you and Diddy had a relationship. So when you did come forward, there was actually receipts. How did Diddy react to you uploading the videos, being that you guys weren't speaking terms? He's always kept you out of the public.
I didn't speak to him that day because I guess he had surgery that morning, and then when he woke up from his surgery, he was like, "What's going on?"
What surgery?
He had a soldier.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. He was like, "What's?" I only know this from his son, because he called me like, or whatever. But I guess he was like, "What's going on?" Like, I just woke up. I didn't do anything. And he never does anything.
Okay. Now you said there was a text message that you received from him.
Oh yeah. So I hit him the next day though, and I said, "Hey, I just want to let you know that E! News reached out to me." And that's all I said. And he responded and said, "TMZ is working on a story with you and Tristan Thompson, and I never even met Tristan in my life."
Well, wait.
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Let me rewind that part again. Who did she say that was working on a story with her and Tristan Thompson? And she said, "I never met Tristan Thompson before in my life." How could this company be working on a story with her and Tristan Thompson if she never met Tristan Thompson ever? Oh, say it in the comment section. Oh, it all makes sense. The chickens have come home to roost.
Responded and said, "TMZ is working on a story with you and Tristan Thompson, and I never even met Tristan in my life."
Well, wait. I want you to be clear with that. Wait a minute. So he responded.
He responded and said, "TMZ is working on a story with you and Tristan Thompson, LOL."
Harvey. Put that camera on me. Harvey, so you've never met Tristan?
I've never met Tristan.
Okay. And Harvey was going to put together a story for Diddy to make it seem like you guys were no longer together because you were obviously messing with Tristan. So he was going to create a scandal, is what you're saying?
I guess.
How'd that make you feel when you heard that? I mean, they always using Tristan Thompson for something. I really believe they used Tristan Thompson to get Jordan Woods out of that Kardashian clan. Like, if you ask me, they plotted that. You know what I'm saying? It was just way too close to home. Like,
It was like, I felt, it wasn't like nothing new to me, that, because it's like now that I know Puff, I was like, he would do some shit like that to me because he's done so many fucked up things to me. But it's just like I posted a video of us loving each other. You know, it's not like I didn't say anything. I just posted videos and pictures of us loving each other. Nothing else.
And why do you think he, I guess, he was trying to fix it? Why do you think he was trying to fix it?
Fix?
Like, I guess this, fix, I guess, the publicity that was surrounding the videos and pictures that you uploaded. Why would he say to you that TMZ is trying to fix, like, I guess is working on the story? Because obviously he's trying to fix it. Why do you think he tried to shut it down? I mean, we're under the impression he's single and being like, the best dad of the year, of the century,
I mean, he talks to other girls, so I don't know if he's telling other girls that he's single, and I don't know what he's saying to other girls. Maybe he's trying to hide that from the new girls.
Okay.
I'm not sure why.
Man, now y'all see this? I ain't say it. She said that 6 years ago. Gina said that 6 years ago. It all makes sense now. It all makes sense. You heard it. You heard it. You heard what that woman said. So now we all know what it is. Gina, oh man, bro. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. This shit's sad, bro. It really is, man. It really is, bro. And at the end of the day, she didn't go up there and testify against Diddy, and he still would not marry this girl. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Like, share, subscribe.
All right, you guys, so we appreciate everybody that popped in, supported this video. Make sure that you guys shop our merch. We got that new A-Weapons merchandise right there below this video. All you got to do is look below. The links will be pinned at the top of the comment section as well to get the merch, to donate, support the channel, and subscribe to our podcast show. You'll see all those links pinned at the top of the comment section of this video. And we appreciate everybody that supports this channel and our networks. Also, that straight drop weight loss formula. Go to the website. You guys will see that. A link for that will be pinned at the top of the comment section as well. Go right there for all of your weight loss needs. Straight drop weight loss formula. We have a lot of testimonials on the website. You can go to www.str-8-drop.com and get you some of the weight loss formula today. Take your weight loss serious. Get in the gym, work out, exercise, and do what you got to do. Stay on point. We appreciate everybody that's been locked into this video. Again, all the links are pinned at the top of the comment section below. Salute to all of y'all. And again, we appreciate everybody who support what we doing over here.